Hey everyone, welcome back to Carnage Comics. I'm Adam, and this is a new type of video. This is a hunting video where I go out into the wild looking at flea markets and different places trying to find some comic books. My goal this week was to spend $20 or less. As you can see, I failed pretty miserably at that. I got this huge stack of comics. Let's go look at some hunting footage and then we will take a look at what we got. So, be right back here in a few.
Alright, so I found this place. It's a flea market called The Maze, and this is TCW Cards and Comics, I believe. And he had several of these Uncanny X-Men. I probably want to go back and get them. They're not the runs that I'm currently collecting, but they are still early enough that probably worth a pickup. And here you saw an X-Men #1, and several X-Men here. Not a lot of great X-Men, a lot of X-Force, and just different X-Men titles that I'm really not collecting. So I kind of just run through this as quickly as I can. There's a pretty cool X-Men. That's number 35. I'm kind of trying to get, the early run. I don't like the stuff that's late 90s, but like the early 90s stuff is great. That's a pretty cool cover. I collect X-Force, but I just started collecting X-Force. Ooh, and this is a sweet one. This, not very good quality, but this is the first cover appearance of Madeline Pryor. I have this book in a really high grade, but having a low grade one is not so bad either. That's a great cover. So several X-Men books that I probably need to go back and get. I didn't get all these. I did pick up a few of them. We'll talk about that here at the end. X-Files. Can't believe people actually collect that stuff. I'm sure there's people out there, but I'm not an X-Files guy. I ended up picking this one up, and then I realized this is X-Force #1, and he had several that were still in the bag, so I actually got a different one of those. A little bit better shape than that one. X Factor is just not anything that I have any interest in collecting. There's literally no keys or anything worth collecting in that run. And that was the first box. Oh, that was a pretty cool X-Force one, actually. Number 10. I'm probably going to go back and get that one. And here's another X-Men box. There's several boxes I went through, and I had to cut a lot of this because, honestly, I just couldn't film all of it. And I was just holding the phone with my hand. For future videos, I got off Amazon a really cool chest holder for my phone that I'm going to use so that I actually can use both hands while I'm recording, and it should create some better quality here. That's a really cool X-Force cover there. These Micronaut ones, like, I don't know anything about X-Men and the Micronauts. I have to look these up. I don't even know what the Micronauts are, but there seem to be a lot of these. He had a lot of these Micronaut crossovers, whatever they are. And you see I picked up, it looks like that X-Men #1. And here's several X-Men, X-Factor, Astonishing X-Men. It's nothing of interest here, just kind of ripping through these as fast as I can. It's an old, or a new, sorry, that's a late Uncanny X-Men. You guys reading the new Uncanny X-Men, or are you reading any of the new X-Men stuff? I'm in on all of it. I have some pull requests and pull reviews you guys can look at on my channel. It's a late 90s X-Men there. So if you guys are curious about any of the new X-Men, check those videos out. And there's just nothing here, so there's some good stuff there, but that was all that was there. Is what you guys saw for X-Men. Big X-Men guy. Here's some Spider-Man stuff. I was looking for Web of Spider-Man today, and really, and Batman too. I'm always looking out for Batman, but those are not ones I'm looking at right now. That's a really cool cover, actually. I missed that one. I've heard the New 52 is a great set to collect that they're great reads. What do you guys think of the Batman New 52 by Scott Snyder? Is that a great book? Is that something worth collecting? Sorry about the camera work here. All right. Great Spectacular Spider-Man there. The Violator. I picked this up. I almost got this. I wonder if I should have picked this up. I collect a lot of Spawn. However, I've not collected any of the Violator stuff or any of the, you know, spin-offs that have happened over the years. He had a lot of these elongated man, brave and bold comics. I don't know why he had so many. I guess he was specking on that. He thought, and this guy, I should talk more about this shop. So it's TCW Cards and Comics with a funny cover there, and it's just a guy. He's 65 years old. He's been collecting since he was 16, he said, and he's just looking to make a little bit of money now, and so he's just trying to unload his collection. So he's got just a small portion of it so far out on the shelves. He's trying to sell what he has, and then he'll put more out. And he's got a cool program where if you spend $50 a month with him, oh yeah, that's a great one. That's first appearance of Vermin. And you get to look at the new stuff that he's about to put out, you know, a week early. So a really cool deal. I'll probably sign up for that. This was a great find. This little shop inside this flea market. Guy had a lot. And I'm looking just to collect, you know, stuff that's fun and interesting right now. Not looking for big keys, just trying to fill in some runs and stuff. So this was really fun. I had a good time looking through all these back issues. Yeah, some of these classic stuff, I don't know anything about those. You guys leave down in the comments if you know something about those classics that you saw there. He had several of those in several different boxes. Oh, Dead Man. Yep. Great covers. Get a couple of those. And a little bit more X-Men. Here's X-Force. That's a great one. Got the holograph in the front. Oh, Death of Superman. I always pick these up when I see them. $1.50. That's a great deal for that book. I've always been told that book's never going to be worth anything, but it doesn't make it any less cool. It's iconic, you know, piece of history. I thought that was a House of M. I didn't realize it was a Spider-Man crossover. I ended up putting that one back. And some of these seem like they were organized by, you know, cool Spider-Man cover, alphabetically, but then sometimes you'd find some random stuff, just like people put stuff back in random places, I'm guessing. Oh, there was a Power Girl. I didn't even look at that one. Atlas Comics Demon Hunter. Weird Japanese book. There was some random stuff mixed in here. I believe that was a current book. That was X-Men 97, which has just been released recently. Oh, was Sandman. I didn't see what that was. I'm curious now. Hopefully I'm not missing any cool keys and stuff. But you guys let me know if you see anything like that in these run-throughs here. This was a good box. Yep. There's a Submariner. It's a really cool Submariner cover. That was a cool Superman book. I don't really know anything about it. If you know something about that Superman book, let me know. Is it worth picking up? I think it was like $3. Anytime I can find these late 80s, early 90s Silver Surfers, I pick them up. Again, sorry about the camera work. Working on that. All right, got a stack here. Let's see what we got. Superman. I don't know anything about Jug. Oh, Doom Patrol. I ended up picking up that book. That's a great cover. I don't know anything about Jughead or the Archie comics. If you guys know anything about those, hit me up in the comments if you see anything here that's worth grabbing. Batman Adventures. I find I really like these covers. I was a big 90s kid, so the Batman of the 90s was some of my favorite cartoons to watch. Cool Spider-Man book. Tales of the Unexpected. Huh. And here's a quick look of what he had up on his wall. He didn't have any really major keys. We'll take a look here. He had a couple keys that I was really interested in. I'll kind of slow down on those. He had Tomb of Dracula there, which was really cool. I love Tomb of Dracula stuff. Ended up getting a couple things off this wall. I ended up Gunslinger. I don't know anything about that. Tower of Shadows. Not familiar with these books. I'm a huge Spawn collector. I ended up getting this Spawn 15. Great book. Great condition. The Simpsons book. A Tigra. There it is. That's the first Silver Age appearance of Killer Croc. I really want that book. Here's another book I grab. I'll talk about what that book is later on at the end of this video when I talk about what I all got in this hunt. Great Submariner there. It seems like he has a pretty decent Submariner collection. The cool Godzilla book here at the bottom. Alright, and this was the last place I went. I found 2 boxes of, it looks like just 90s garbage. There was nothing really in here of any real quality. I ended up rifling through this, not really finding anything. As we go through this, guys, if you see something that I should have grabbed, let me know. This was the only thing I thought maybe was worth grabbing. Excalibur, there's just not really any value there, and there's not really an interest for me. But this was at Rikers, another flea market in Nixa, so they had just 2 boxes, and they were kind of a mess. It took me quite some time to go through these boxes. They were quite messy. The books were just every which way, and they were just kind of crammed in here. None of them had boards, just bags. There's a lot of this Darkhawk in here. I don't know if that's worth collecting. You know anything about Darkhawk? Let me know in the comments. Cerberus High Society was another book that there was a lot of in here. This was kind of interesting. New Warriors. But yeah, my phone ends up dying here. This is the very end of the trip, and I started this trip with too low a battery. Something I'll learn from. Here I am trying to hurry before my phone dies. I could see the screen kind of dimmed. And that guy's pretty much the end of this clip. Alright, let's get back and take a look at everything I got.
Alright, in all of my hunting today, these are the books I got. Starting with Web of Spider-Man. We've got Web of Spider-Man Annual number 9. It's $1.50. Then I got Web of Spider-Man number 69. Look at that Hulk cover. Beautiful cover. It says Hulk Smash. Next up, we've got Web of Spider-Man number 14. This one was $2.50. But that's just a sweet cover. Love that cover. And that's it for Web of Spider-Man. Now we've got some 90s Silver Surfer that I collect. This one is number 80. Don't know anything about these issues. I just loved some of the art on these 90s Silver Surfers slash 80s. They were late 80s. This one is Silver Surfer number 52. This one's got Drax on the cover, which is a really cool character in the Marvel Universe. Okay, now we got some books I already have. This is X-Men number 1. I got this for $2.50. It was just too good a deal to pass up. I hope to resell this book and get, $5 for it and make a couple bucks on it. That'd be pretty cool. Next up, same thing on this book. Maybe make a couple dollars. This is X-Men or X-Force number 25. Got the holograph. I'm gonna keep the better of the two that I have. Same thing here. We've got The Death of Superman. Not a particularly expensive book, but I got it for $1.50. I feel like that's a great deal. I feel like this book can go for a little bit more than that. Then we got X-Force number 1. So this was in a poly bag. I went ahead and ripped the poly bag open, which I know. I already have one, so it's in the poly bag, but I was able to get the collectible cards out of this, and now I have a reader copy, so that's what this is. Okay, let's move on to the books that I was a little bit more excited to get. And first up is this book here, which is The Trial of Peter Parker, The Spectacular Spider-Man, and it's got the Scarlet Spider on the cover, and I love everything with Scarlet Spider on it, so had to get that one. Next up, we've got a Silver Age here, and this is Submariner number 53, just a great cover. And now we move on to Deadpool, and this is a special comic book because it actually was sold with an action figure, and so this isn't the direct edition. There's actually a direct edition. It has Hulk on the side, and it's got obviously a barcode over here. This was the one that was actually sold with the action figure. Just a really cool cover, and one I really wanted to have in my collection. Next up, this is another X-Men number 1, and this is the one of the 4 that I was actually missing. So this is a really cool book for that reason for me. So now I have all 4 connecting versions. Now we have some Batman stuff, and this is Batman Adventures number 23. You got Poison Ivy on the cover. Really well drawn. Reminds me of the 90s cartoons. I'm a huge Batman 90s cartoon fan, so when I saw these, I had to get them. This is the Batman Adventures number 22 with Two-Face on the front. Another great book. Another $1.50 book. Then we have Batman Adventures number 20. Another $1.50 book. I'm going to try and collect that whole run. Now we've got some really cool Silver Age or Bronze Age Batman here. I think it's Bronze Age. This is Brave and the Bold presents Batman and Deadman. Deadman is a really cool character. He's a ghost, and there's a whole history about him. Maybe sometime I'll do a video about who Deadman is. And then this is the first Brave and the Bold Batman and Deadpool 20-cent comic. Just a really cool book. Not in great shape at all, but just a cool book to own. Same thing with this one. Not in particularly good shape. Not even a key of any type. Just a really awesome cover. This is Doom Patrol. So this is going to take me down the Doom Patrol hole. And now I feel like I'm going to have to start collecting Doom Patrol. I love the HBO TV show. They did a few seasons of that show, and it was really great. Okay, now we have Spawn number 15. This was a $3.50 book, I believe. Just filling in my Spawn run. I have a lot of these early issues, but I needed that one still, so it was a cool one to get. In really great shape for the most part. Now we've got Lock and Key. This was a cover buy. Now I'm going to have to now I'm going to have to collect everything Lock and Key, because I just think this is an awesome book. And I love that. Me and my son, we really loved the TV show until like the last season on Netflix, and then we kind of fell off of it a little bit. But just a great cover there. And this is Small World. It's kind of a spin-off, I guess. Okay, now we've got Captain America. I love collecting Captain America. They're really cheap books, and they got some great covers. This is $2.72. I think it's the first appearance of Vermin, but this was a $2.50 book, and again, not in great shape, but for $2.50, it's cool to own that. And this is my favorite. This is Superman number 307, and look at that cover, guys. It's got Supergirl in it, and she smashed the city of Kandor, and you have Superman here like, you're mad, you killed 7 million people. Like, doesn't get much better than that, guys. That's a great cover. Everyone, that is all the books that I got on this hunting trip. Let's switch back over and finish this video out. And that, everyone, is the books that I got on this hunting trip. And I spent about $60, about 3 times as much as I wanted to. Although I bought a couple sodas for my kids and a few other things for them. So I probably spent closer to $40. But I got some really sweet books that I was really excited to get. And some stuff that I might be able to resell for a few dollars more than I got them. And I got this awesome Superman cover with Kandor and Supergirl. So I was really ecstatic about that. And that is the video. So if you like this content, I'd really appreciate it if you gave me a like and a subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.